take off your clothes and sleep quietly for one night. Wake up and you can easily get paid 50,000. But she herself does not know who came in the room while she was sleeping and did something to herself. The seemingly simple job has strict requirements for the girl's body. On the day of the interview, she had to strip naked and be inspected by her boss, Clara. White skin and long legs are the criteria, and all parts of the body must not have any scars or tattoos. After an in-depth examination, the girl met the requirements of the job very well. She was successfully selected as a permanent employee. The girl's name is Lucy and she is a college student. She is not only living on a shoestring, even tuition fees need to be repaid. After school, she often works as a part-time waitress in restaurants in order to pay a few dollars less rent. She also needs to take care of all the housework in the shared house every day. I also had to do telemarketing on weekends. She even worked as a drug tester in the hospital. Lucy is a master of time management, using her time to earn a living. With a good face and a shabby life, she has no choice but to dress up in sexy clothes and enter the nightclubs and bars every night. A coin toss determines who she will share her bed with tonight. Even though she worked so hard to earn money, but she is still tormented by life. She still lives in her best friend's in Biederman's house and lives under a roof, because then she only had to pay 1/3 of the rent. Even so, she was often disliked by her girlfriend's boyfriend for not paying the rent regularly. She had to do the dirty and tiring work in the house to offset the rent, so she had to look for a high-paying job. She accidentally found a job advertisement in the newspaper. The salary promised on it made her very excited. She called the number and was asked to wear a dress to the interview. Soon Lucy arrives at the elegantly decorated place for her interview. Clara, who greeted Lucy, had an air of luxury about her. She looked elegant with her delicate makeup. In order to get the job, Lucy tried to be as good as she could be. Clara introduces Lucy to her job description. This job is not just any waitress. She was dressed in a special uniform and served the VIPs together with other girls. And the people being served are all billion-dollar dignitaries. The pay is $1,000 an hour by the hour. And she was assured that nothing too much would happen. Lucy didn't care if something happened, because this place is paying too much. 1 hour's pay is worth a month's salary for a waitress. Before leaving, Clara kindly reminded her, the salary here is high, but you cannot use it as the main source of income because this job is not stable. The money earned can still pay off the loan. Don't think about getting rich with this job. In order to make her body more perfect and tender, Clara gave Lucy a pedicure and a full body treatment. That night Lucy was taken to a villa. She was instructed to go to the fitting room and change into a specific uniform as required. Girl only had to strip naked, change into a special uniform with only 2 pieces of cloth for one night to easily earn $50,000. This group of well-dressed powerful people is Lucy's boss. Her job is also very simple, is to serve food and pour wine for this group of people. Soon the job was over and Lucy was paid handsomely. She felt like she had opened the door to a new world. She felt that a new world had opened up to her, which made her young heart swell. The work that was tiring and had little revenge began to generate resistance to the little salary was not worth it. She no longer chose to take public transport to go out, but to take a cab everywhere. Slowly began to look less and less those jobs, but more and more interested in that special requirements of the work. With her excellent posture and flawless body, Clara gave her more and more work. Lucy is happy to do so. However, in addition to the heavy workload, Lucy also appears in the nightclubs in search of new prey. Although the income is not as much as the special work, but also can easily earn a lot of money. As long as there is money to be made, she can give it all. The reason why Lucy works so hard, not only for daily expenses, but also to save up for her beloved Boardman's surgery. Every time Lucy came to the Biederman's house with a tired body, a simple cup of hot water was enough to heal her heart. He was just like Lucy. He had no one to turn to in this strange city, and his body has been dependent on medication for a long time, and because of that he can't go out to work. So the expenses of their lives fell on Lucy's shoulders. Lucy never wanted to give up on him, because Boardman was the only one who could open up her heart. They snuggled together in the big city and told each other about their experiences, the same miserable childhood, the same lack of care from their families. It is this similar experience that brings them closer together, because they were both students. They couldn't afford to pay for his medical treatment, which led to the unpromising condition of Boardman. Lucy knew that Boardman's days were numbered. Lucy could see the pain and suffering of Boardman, so the desire to make money became even stronger. One day Lucy received a phone call from Clara. She had a new job and asked if she could take it. All she had to do was strip naked and sleep in bed, but the pay was several times higher than a waitress. Lucy accepted without thinking about it because she could make more money. Soon Lucy arrives at the appointment. She felt anxious that things weren't as simple as Clara had said. The car stopped in front of a private villa. Just after getting out of the car, Lucy saw a girl being helped to come out. It was hard to imagine what she had been through in there. Lucy pushed down her panic and listened to Clara's work schedule. At her request, Lucy took a shower and changed into a thin nightgown. She put the sleeping pills in a glass of water in front of Lucy, told her she would drink it and fall into a deep sleep. Just sleep in bed for the night. The next morning the job would be over. You'll be paid every penny you're entitled to. There is no danger during this period. When you wake up, you may feel weak for a short time, but you will be back to normal soon. At the same time, she assured Lucy that there would be no accidental pregnancy. Lucy then drank it all down. Then she fell into a deep sleep on the bed. Shortly afterwards, Clara brought in an old man. It was the powerful man from the previous party. He had long been attracted by Lucy's beauty, but now that the woman was within his reach, but he seemed a little nervous. Clara saw his fears. She told the old man that no one would know what had happened tonight, but he also had to abide by the rule that nothing should happen with Lucy. Anything else was fine. Shortly after Clara left, he couldn't wait to get undressed. The next morning Clara takes a waking Lucy home. When she arrives home, her best friend's boyfriend wants to kick Lucy out. Lucy had to be evicted because she was too far behind on her rent, and her best friend can only leave an apology. The good thing is that the new job Clara introduces makes Lucy a lot of money this time. Lucy went straight to a real estate agent and rented a house. Slowly Lucy got into the habit of spending a lot of money. After that one good-paying job, Lucy often called to ask if there was a job for Sleeping Beauty. After all, the expensive rent and spending habits, she quickly squandered the money. But jobs like Sleeping Beauty weren't always available. So Lucy had to continue working as a copy store odd job and a drug tester. Finally, Lucy waited for the Sleeping Beauty job again. After Lucy was asleep in bed, Clara brought in a bald man. Who would have thought that this man is a big pervert? The next day, Lucy woke up with pain and bruises on her body. Girls just need to sleep naked. She can get a daily salary of $50,000. Waking up from her workplace at the mansion, she was unaware of what was going on during the workday because she drank sleeping pills every time she went to bed, and this was the secret of her high salary. But the weak and sickly Boardman was not able to escape his illness. By the time Lucy found him, he was not breathing. Lucy is devastated by Boardman's departure, but Lucy had to go on with her life. Now that Boardman is dead, Lucy no longer has to bear the high cost of medical bills. Now she desperately wants a home. But how could the men who took her home at night give her that promise so easily? Once again, she is given the job of Sleeping Beauty and receives her third client. Despite Clara's repeated instructions not to leave any traces of her client, but the man did not follow the rules. The next day Lucy sees the bruises on her body again and can't stop wondering what happened to her after she slept. Lucy plucked up her courage and tried to find out from Clara what had happened, but Clara wouldn't talk about it. After all, she didn't want her client to take any risks. So Lucy had to give up for now, but she didn't give up. She went to the store and bought a pinhole camera to find out the truth herself. So Lucy came to the workplace for this period of work. She drank the pills and fought back the sleep to put the camera in the right place. This time, Clara brings in the same old man as the first time. The next day after work, Clara saw that the old man did not come out after a long time. Then she walked into the room and found the old man not breathing and dead beside Lucy. Clara tried to calm down and tried to wake up Lucy, but Lucy did not wake up because she had taken too many sleeping pills. Clara's state of mind instantly collapsed. The good thing is that Lucy finally woke up, but when she saw the scene in front of her, she started to cry out in terror, howling like crazy. Only at this moment did she understand. So her job is not simply to sleep. At this moment she did not know whether to regret or fear.